Good afternoon and welcome back to Field 1 at Palmasola here in Bradenton, Florida. It's time for the third game of our triple header and Game 2 between the Manatee Squeeze and the Manatee Sea Cows. Game 1 saw some history, a combined no-hitter from Channa Wolf and Kalen Yoder, and a 12-0 run rule victory in 5 for the Squeeze. So the question today, how will the Sea Cows bounce back? They've changed up the lineup. They've got a pitcher with a sub-1 ERA in the circle. We'll see if the Squeeze can set up a chance to sweep tomorrow or if we will have a rubber match on Saturday. Glad that you're with us here at Field 1. Gray Robertson in the booth. Producer Gracie right behind me keeping score. So thrilled that you're here for this battle between the Sea Cows and the Squeeze. And the Manatee Sea Cows are the designated away team, so here's your starting lineup for the 4-5 Sea Cows against the 8-2 Manatee Squeeze. Rayleigh McKinney, the left fielder, will lead off with Coco Jaimez, the shortstop, batting second. Jensen Vien is playing right, hitting third. Riley Fennell, the center fielder, bats fourth. And Tara Vandewater, the catcher, is in the 5 spot. Brooke Watson's playing second, batting sixth. Bria Urban is over at third. She's in the 7 hole. Taylor Rogers is batting eighth. She is the today. Reagan Wheatley in the 9 spot. She's playing first, and the pitcher Allie Bunch is in the 10 hole. And they're facing the newest member of the NC State Wolfpack, transferred from South Carolina, the righty sophomore from Granite Falls, North Carolina, Katie Becker. Becker on the summer with an ERA of 2.0 record, 14 innings, 13 hits, 4 runs all earned, 5 walks, and 15 strikeouts. And a first pitch strike in there to Rayleigh McKinney, off and running here on Field 1, just 12 minutes after 2:30 Eastern time. Everything a little backed up today, but we're doing our best. 0-2 to McKinney out of Southeastern University. Rayleigh McKinney hitting .400, 8 of 20. 4 RBIs, a triple, a double, 5 runs. Becker misses, 1-2. Katie Becker really struck us early, opening weekend. She showed some of her moxie and good location on her drop ball. Recently signed to play for Lindsay Leftwich at NC State, and showing the velocity here to kick things off. A strikeout in the top of the first. And here's the Squeeze defense. Lisi St. Jean in left, Crescio in center, Yoder in right. Haley Dieter at third. I beg your pardon. I have the wrong thing written down. That's my bad. Here's the first pitch to Coco Jaimez. Massey's at third. Lily St. Jean is at short. Mickey Kostler at second. Dieter is at first base. And a first pitch ball to the UCF Knight, Coco Jaimez. There's a strike, 1-1. Coco yesterday was 0 for 1. 4 of 19 this summer, 211 average, 2 RBIs, 3 runs. 1-2. Slap to third. Bobbled. The throw to first is not in time. That'll be an E5. Error charge to Taryn Massey. And a base runner for the Sea Cows here in the first. Good speed from Jaimez getting down the line. And up comes the Baylor Bear, Jensen Vien, who we did not see yesterday. Got the game off. Coming back with a vengeance. Jensen hitting .294, 5 of 17, 2 RBIs, 2 doubles, 5 runs. She has walked 6 times, so the on-base percentage at .478. One and one. Sea Cows at 4-5, trying to break a little bit of a log jam in the middle of the standings. Vien out towards center, and that's down. First hit of the series for the Sea Cows, and it's Jensen Vien, 2 on, 1 out. Squeeze with a win and an Aquanauts loss would move into first place in the FGCL. And here is Riley Fennell, the Clemson Tiger. Ball 1. Madison Gale had a couple questions there. Fennell, 6 for 21 here this summer, 286 average. This is lifted out towards right. Yoder's going to make the catch. And a productive out. They're on the corners now. For Tara Vandewater. Going to Creighton. Transfer from Oklahoma State. Also has spent time on Team Israel. That's why you see that blue Israel helmet. Strike 1 from Becker. Vandewater, 5 of 18, 278 batting average, 8 RBIs. That leads the Sea Cows. A homer, 3 doubles, 3 runs. Vienne will take off. And now the runner's going to come home. Sea Cows are going to score, and Vienne is going to be safe. Perfectly coaxed. Jaimez scores. It's 1-0. So a steal of home for James. Vandewater cuts and misses 1 and 2. There's an unearned run. But after being no hit yesterday, the Sea Cows have come out and struck first. And just smart softball stuff from Jensen Vienne at first base there. Vandewater sends that foul. As always, we want to hear from you. So hit me up on the socials, Gray_Robertson on Twitter. We'll read your message. We'll shout you out. Let us know where you're watching, how you're tuning in, how you're spending your day. Vandewater, deep to left field. Goodbye. The Sea Cows have made a statement. 3 runs in the first and a 2-run shot from Tara Vandewater. Three unearned runs in. And the Squeeze will have to answer as the Sea Cows have come out with a vengeance. Brooke Watson takes strike 1. Brooke hitting .350. 7 of 20. 4 RBIs, a double, 4 runs. Producer Gracie excited because Brooke is her pickle partner for pickleball. I think, right? No? Oh no, Brooke has been ditched by Gracie. Watson chases 1 and 2. Well, that came and hit her. 2-strike hit by pitch. It's not what you want. Well, maybe Brooke's not available for pickleball now after the hit by pitch. Opportunity for Bree Urban out of Omaha, the Maverick. 211 average, 2 RBIs, a homer, 3 runs scored here this summer. Game 1 was 0 for 1 with a walk. But as you often see in a series like this, especially in summer ball, not a ton of correlation all the time. And the Sea Cows have shown some mettle here this summer. They weren't going to get no hit again. Outside, 2-1. Let's check the socials. We'll stay up to date. Instagram and a Facebook message also work too. So however you want to get in touch with me, I'm everywhere. Gray Robertson, just search me. Probably pop up. Outside, 3-1. That's ball 4. Is it not? Yep, there you go. So 2 straight free passes. And Becker laboring just a bit here in the first. But Taylor Rogers, the portaling Mercer Bear, about to hit. Rogers in game 1 was 0 for 2. 4 of 20 this summer with 3 RBIs, a double and a run. Sea Cows have set the tone. They're looking for more. Strike 1. Oh and 2. Now, Katie Becker was just like, I'm going to throw heat, try and hit it. I'd do it again. It was low, 1 and 2. On the ground towards short. There's the force at second. Little bit of a collision, but everybody's fine. And the inning's over. 3 unearned runs come in for the Sea Cows, but they count all the same. And we go to the home half. Squeeze offense, top in the league, coming up for the first time. Here's the starting lineup for the 8-2 Manatee Squeeze. Down 3-0. But with the top offense in the FGCL, Lily St. Jean, the shortstop, leads off. Lisi, the St. Jean, the left fielder, bats second. Elise Crescio's out in center, hitting third. Taryn Massey's cleaning up and playing third. Kaylin Yoder, the right fielder, hits fifth. Haley Dieter, the first baseman, bats sixth. Brooke Massengale, the catcher's in the seventh spot. Mickey Kostler's playing second, batting eighth. Lillian Martineau, DP in the 9th spot. Dylan Suggs, the batting 10th. Facing Allie Bunch in the circle, in the portal, looking for a new home from Barton, the sophomore righty, going to be a junior out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Top ERA in the FGCL. 2-1. Bunch, .33. 3-0, 21 innings, 13 hits, 7 runs, 1 earned, 4 walks, and 14 Ks. Facing the Villanova Wildcat, Lily St. Jean. Ooh. 3-1. Lily, 12 of 22, a 545 batting average. 10 RBIs, a triple, 2 doubles, and 7 runs. OBP at 621. And that is off the glove of Wheatley over to second. Nice recovery by Watson for the first out. Defense for the Sea Cows looks like this. McKinney in left, Fennell in center, Vienna in right. Urban at third, Jaimez at short, Watson at second, Wheatley at first, Vandewater behind the plate. And from Lily to Lisi, here is the other St. Jean, who's going to JMU. Oh, and 1 to Lisi. 11 of 25, 440 average, 5 RBIs, 3 doubles, 7 runs for the very speedy little sister. She lays down a bunt. Gloved at third by Urban, and there's the out. Whew. Good stuff. Sea Cows came out with a little energy today, huh? Man, 2 gone for Elise Crescio, the Oregon Duck. Ball 1 to Crescio. Game 1, Elise was 2 for 3. Now ahead 2-0. 8 of 19, 421 average, 4 RBIs, 2 doubles, including 1 yesterday, 13 runs scored, 577 on base percentage. That one missed, 3-0. I'm liking some of these pitches from Bunch, but she's not really getting a ton of calls. Wow, 4-pitch walk. Don't see that too often. Crescio's on base. And up comes Taryn Massey out of NC State. Massey yesterday. And she takes strike 1. Was 0 for 2 with a sac fly. Give your season-long numbers after this pitch. Remember the NC State Wolfpack. 10 of 28, 357 batting average, 9 RBIs, 2 homers, a triple, 3 runs. Good off speed in there for a strike, 1 and 2. Allie Bunch, such an intriguing prospect because she doesn't do it really flashily, but she just gets people out. Oh, misplayed at third. Urban had it short hopper. Massey's going to stop at second, 2 in scoring position with 2 gone. That'll be an E5. So the stage is set for Kaylin Yoder, the Liberty Flame, part of the combo no-no yesterday and now at the plate and right today. 2 for 7 with 3 runs. That's it here this summer. He's not gotten a ton of at-bats, and now coming in a big pressure moment after the 2-out error. Yoder sends it back up the middle for a base hit. 1 run will score. Massey rounds third, and the squeeze answer. Kaylin Yoder, 2 RBI single, her first ribbies of the summer. Good piece of hitting. Early attack from Yoder. And all 5 runs in this game have been unearned. Here's Haley Dieter, also in the portal, coming from Utah. Ball 1 to Dieter, 9 of 26 this summer, 346 batting average, 10 RBIs, 2 homers, a triple, 2 doubles, 6 runs, a 413 on base percentage. 1-1. High and away, 2-1. They are underway on field 2. Knots and Mox, game 2 of that series. Dieter, line to left and just past a running McKinney. Yoder stumbled, but she will come in to score, and this game is tied. I think that hit McKinney's glove, but it was on the run, so RBI double. Brooke Massengale trying to give the Squeeze the lead. Portaling catcher. She'll take strike 1. Massengale hitting .400, 10 of 25, 5 RBIs, 2 triples, 3 doubles, 6 runs. One and one. So, honestly, it's like all the runs in this inning shouldn't have happened. 6 total runs, they've all been unearned. So yeah, over on field 2, top of the first, no score. Mox and Aquanauts. Aquanauts with a win would remain at the top of the standings, as the Queens suffer a 3rd straight loss earlier today. Massengale in game 1 yesterday was 2 for 2 with an RBI, a triple, a walk. And I'll tell you this, you got to kind of approach the Squeeze offense like a couple years ago when you were playing Oklahoma. You better not make a mistake, because if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. This is way in the sky. Vandewaters hunting, and she makes the sliding catch to win the inning. But the damage is done, 3 unearned runs, and we're all square going to the 2nd. Sea Cows will have 9-10-1 due up here in the second as Brett Sauerwein, the head coach for the Oceanic Cattle, moves over to the third base coaching box. Head coach at SCF. Reagan Wheatley will take a first pitch ball from Katie Becker. Wheatley in the portal, moving from Norfolk State. One and one. This summer, Wheatley 3 of 16 with 3 RBIs, a homer, and a run. .316 on base percentage. Two and one. Wheatley was 0 for 1 with a walk in game one. Two and two. That's in the other batter's box outside. Full count. That's a hard foul ball. Ooh. Someone's car got smoked. Good contact, yeah, with the car.
I think it was where your car would be parked.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, it was in my spot, but someone else took it today. Payoff. Called strike 3. Becker gets the outer edge. Backwards K to start the second. Now up comes Allie Bunch, trying to help her own cause. 4 of 17, .235 average, an RBI, and 3 runs. Ball 1. Bunch from Barton College, Wilmington, North Carolina native. Went to Michael Jordan's high school, Emsley A. Laney HS. Hit .354 this year for Barton. And she's gonna get safe. Infield single. Kostler made a good stop and a good turn, but they say Bunch is able to beat it. That's an infield single here in the second. I'm back to the top of the order with Rayleigh McKinney, who struck out in the first. Yeah, very different game today. Bunted foul. It was a good one, but foul. This time it's a fair ball. Massengale has to hurry. McKinney's safe. Back-to-back infield singles. First and second, one out. That's 4 hits for the Sea Cows. After getting no hit in 5 yesterday, Coco Jaimez scored after reaching on an error in the first. Ball 1. to third off the glove of Massey, and then the flip. Wow, we'll get the force. What in the chaos was that? 2 down. The old 5-6-5, fielder's choice. But now Jensen Bien. Bien has a single and a run in this game. In the air towards right field. Yoder is tracking, and that's the inning. 2 left stranded by the Sea Cows. They had a glimpse of a moment there, but nothing across, and we go to the bottom of the second here on field 1. Bottom of the second, and it's the bottom of the order for the Manatee Squeeze. Kostler, Martineau, and Suggs against Allie Bunch. And we begin with Mickey Kostler. In the portal right now from Alabama State. Bunt's first pitch foul. Kostler 5 of 22, 227 average, 2 RBIs, has scored 9 times. Helped out by a 346 on base percentage. Oh and 2. No chase, 1 and 2. Called strike 3. Bunch hits her spot. 1 down. Now to Lillian Martineau. Has portaled from Georgia Tech. Not official yet where she's going, so I won't break the news for her. She'll take it high for ball 1. 9 of 17, 529 batting average, 5 RBIs, a homer, a double, 6 runs, 600 on base percentage for Martineau. And ahead 2-0. It's just so hard to feel comfortable as a pitcher when you're facing the Squeeze because of every option that they've got. And not even in the lineup today, Osteen, Hickey, and Hubbard, who've all been well north of 300 all summer long. .30 from Bunch. Green light, fouled off, 3-1. And ball 4. So Martineau draws the walk. Base runner for the Squeeze and for Dylan Suggs. In the portal from Campbell, Dylan Suggs in game 1 ripped, we think, producer Gracie and I, the furthest home run we've seen on this field this summer. Strike 1. Suggs yesterday was 1 for 2 with a walk. This summer, she's hitting .273, 6 of 22, 6 RBIs, 2 bombs, 3 runs scored, .407 on-base percentage. Now down 0-2. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Bunch. 2 down. And back to the top of the order with Lily St. Jean, who grounded out in the first. Held up. I think they're going to ask. Yes, she did. 1-0. Called strike. St. Jean will find a gap. And Martineau stopped at second and then went on to third after a miscue in center. So they're on the corners. That'll be a error that allows Martineau to take third. And Lacey St. Jean, who grounded out in the first, will try and give the Squeeze the lead here in inning number 2. And miss low and away, 1-0. Time called by Vandewater. One 0 to Lacey St. Jean, fouled into the fencing. St. Jean takes off, and will the Squeeze do what the Sea Cows did earlier? She is out, and I don't... they're going to say the run did score. So, 4-3 Squeeze. The inning ends. Here comes Brett. Is he thinking about it? That's what they said. Yes. Yes, we can. We're going to challenge it. So after review, the challenge is successful for Brett Sourwine. The play is overturned, and we go to the third, tied up at 3. So it's 3-3, and here we are in the top of the third. Sea Cows will send the heart of the order, 4, 5, 6 due up. Fennell, Vandewater, and Watson against Katie Becker. Riley Fennell flew out to left in the first. Good challenge by Brett Sourwine. He said he never uses it. Maybe he should. I thought live she didn't come in to score. Fennell on the ground, too short. Weird hop, but a good throw. One down. That is the only challenge the Sea Cows get, so I think it was the right one. Keeps this game tied, but they have no more. And we'll see how they attack Vandewater, who had a 2-run homer in the first. Freshman last year for Oklahoma State, win in the portal, pick Creighton from Winterset, Iowa. We've heard from family member Candy Vandewater a few times on the stream. And Brooke says she's all right as Massengale took that off the helmet. Two and one. Tara Vandewater with producer Gracie's favorite name in the league.
And player.
And producer, we're not supposed to have favorites, Gracie. Vandewater, has she done it again? Out to center and gone. Second homer of the game, Tara Vandewater. Backing up what Gracie said, 4-3 Sea Cows. Man, how about Tara Vandewater? 11 RBIs now, 3 home runs overall this summer. That's the first earned run of the game. Up comes Brooke Watson, who was hit by a pitch in the first. First pitch outside to Brooke, Chattanooga State. Out of Chattanooga, has been there pretty much her whole life. Takes it outside, 2-0. The Sea Cows have come to play today. No messing around after the 12-0 loss in Game 1. They're making life hard for Katie Becker. That's ball 4. Is it not? Apparently not. Sent towards the Flowers. Ooh. a foul ball from the other field just landed on the Sea Cows dugout. So I guess it's 3-2. There was a strike earlier. I must have missed. Called strike 3. Becker gets the outer edge. Third K for Becker, 2 looking, and up comes Brier Urban, who walked in the first. Ball 1 to the native of Omaha, Nebraska. Sophomore last year for the Omaha Mavericks. Had a good year. Hit 339, 17 RBIs. Hot shot, and wow, that just got all over Lily St. Jean. I don't know if Lily touched it. That's just a hot shot single. She was trying to stay in front of it, but we've seen some gnarly jumps over in that exact spot at short a lot today. Taylor Rogers hit to a fielder's choice in the first. To short. St. Jean bobbled, and everybody's going to be safe. This one is an error. E6. 2 on, 2 out for the Sea Cows. And get the shoelaces tied for Rogers over at first. Now Reagan Wheatley. Strikeout looking in the second. Talked about it a few times. Wheatley out of Charleston, South Carolina. Went to high school at James Island Charter HS. Was a freshman last year for Norfolk State. Currently in the portal. And down 0-2. Stays alive. Becker has had to work real hard here in these 3 innings. Ooh, wow. Throw back to second. Almost hosed Urban. Foul. Watch out, cars. Foul. Foul ball. Two and two. And a strikeout for Becker to end the inning. Foul tipped into the glove. But the Sea Cows get another home run from Tara Vandewater. 4-3. Squeeze will try and answer when we come back. Taylor Newton operating over in the third base coaching box, the head woman in charge for the Manatee Squeeze. Getting a battle today from the Sea Cows, 4-3. Squeeze trying to answer with 2-3-4. Lisi St. Jean, Crescio, and Massey. Against Allie Bunch. Slapped to the circle. Bunch's throw is low and got away. A leadoff error. E1 will put St. Jean, who's very fast, on first base. And that sets up Elise Crescio, who walked and scored in the first inning. They call her Ducky. St. Jean takes off. Good throw! And she's out. Vandewater hoses St. Jean, and immediately the base runner is wiped out. What a game for Tara Vandewater. She might have her own personal highlight reel at this point. It was a ball to Crescio, and now a 1-1 count after the foul ball. Two and one. Allie Bunch trying to limit the top batting average team in the FGCL. Crescio trying to add to the hit total. That's a gapper to right center. And she'll hustle on to second. Stand-up double. Man, that makes that Vandewater play to catch St. Jean even bigger. Now Tara Massey. She reached on an error in the first, came around to score a little bit later on. Ball one. Massey, freshman last year for NC State out of Roxborough, North Carolina. Nice pitch. 1-2. One, two. Massey swings and misses. Strikeout number 3 for Bunch. Kaylin Yoder has a 2 RBI single. Strike one. One and two. Over on the other field, bottom 2, River Mocs up on the Aquanauts 3-0. If the Squeeze lost, though, even if the Knots fell, they would still hold on to first place in the FGCL. 1-2 from Bunch is high, 2-2. A Squeeze win and an Aquanauts loss would put the Squeeze in the top spot going into tomorrow's Game 3s. Yoder back to Bunch. Little PFP to end the inning. Runner left stranded in scoring position. And we go to the fourth. Sea-Cows up by a run. We go to the fourth. Sea-Cows will send up 10-1-2. Bunch, McKinney, and Jaimes. Changes for the Squeeze. Monty Hubbard now in to play third base. And for Massey. And Lillian Martineau has moved to short. Flipping with Lily St. Jean, who's now the DP. And Allie Bunch will take strike one. She singled in the second. So far for the Sea-Cows, 4 runs on 6 hits. They've committed 3 errors and left 6 on base. Bunch smokes that foul. For the Squeeze, 3 runs on 4 hits. They've committed 2 errors and left 4 on base. So I don't know if the tape of this one, at least to start, will show up on the now defunct RIP ESPN Classic. But it's a tight game, 4-3. Allie Bunch reached for it. Catch made by Crescio. Back to the top with Rayleigh McKinney. Strikeout and a bunt single. Ball 1. McKinney, liner to center, and that was not caught by Crescio. It was a good diving effort. It looked like she trapped it. That was the call. And just a well-struck single to the outfield for McKinney, her second hit of the day. I'll bring up Coco Jaimes, 0 for 2, but has been on twice and scored once. Reached on an error and a fielder's choice. She'll take strike 1. A lot of pitches for Katie Becker here today. This will be number 78 through 3 1/3. 0-2. Soft slap to short. Nothing Martineau can do. Coco's first hit of the day. 2 on, 1 out yet again. I feel like we've said that a million times here today for both sides. And Jensen Bien, who's got a single and a hard fly out, steps in. Scored a run in the first as well. To second, 2 down. Well, big moment here. Riley Fennell is 0 for 2. Becker's got to take care of her because on deck is Tara Vandewater, who's left the building twice. Jaimez at first. McKinney, who's got a lot of speed at second base. 2-0. Fennell out towards center. That's down. Crescio got there. McKinney rounds third. And now she'll head back. And now there's chaos on base. Jaimez is stuck between second and third. Hubbard will make the tag, and that'll end the inning. McKinney did not score. This game will go to the bottom of the fourth as the Sea Cows make a base path mistake, and the Squeeze will try and grab momentum when we come back. Middle of the order due up for the Squeeze, trailing by a run. It's Dieter, Massengale, and Kostler. 6, 7, 8. Against Allie Bunch, so far 3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 0 earned. Walks have been a little bit of a story. She's walked 2 and struck out 3. Dieter, first pitch fouled back. Haley Dieter had an RBI double in the first. Still in the portal, looking for a new home. Dieter, tomahawked. This game is tied again. Haley Dieter saw it perfectly and sent it on a rope out to left center. 4-all here in the fourth. For Haley Dieter, that is home run number 3 this summer, and her now 12th RBI, second of the game. And a chance for Bunch to reset as Brooke Massengale, who fouled out in the first, steps in. Massengale first pitch to right. 1 down. Now Mickey Kostler, who struck out looking in the second. These teams have kind of mirrored each other so far. Kostler, that's a fair ball. Urban gloves it nicely for the second out. And up comes Martineau, who walked and was left stranded at third in the second. Strike one. Martineau, the native of Harwinton, Connecticut, fluent in French, entered the portal from Georgia Tech, has found a new home. We'll hopefully be able to tell you about it soon. That's hit towards the Jeep. Not quite. 1-2. Full count. Wow, another foul ball from field 2 just came over here. What's going on today? That's like 5. Those are the first 5 of the summer. Ball 4. No? Yeah? There you go. That's also happened a lot today for reasons. Martineau takes her second walk. And up comes Dylan Suggs, who struck out in the second. Man, Suggs was looking to send that back to the condos, 0-1. Oh, 2. Got her. Allie Bunch with her 4th strikeout, and that ends the inning. But the Squeeze do get a run back and tie this thing up. The solo homer by Haley Dieter sends us to the 5th, all square at 4. New pitcher in the 5th for the Manatee Squeeze, and it is the rising senior. He's got 2 years left at Missouri. The righty from Dane, Wisconsin, Courtney Donahue. Donahue enters with one of the top ERAs in the FGCL, currently 3rd in the league. A .79 mark. Her record is 3-0. 17 2/3 innings, 12 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 8 walks, and 25 strikeouts. Going to see a lot of curve on both sides from Donahue. Replacing Katie Becker, who went 4 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. And welcome to the game, Courtney Donahue. You will face the hottest hitter on this field, Tara Vandewater. 2 for 2 with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. First pitch outside for ball 1. So Donahue has entered. There's that curve on the inner half, 1-1. Tara Vandewater trying to set the tone here in the 5th. Change in there for a strike, 1-2. Fouled away. Popped up. Is this going to hit us? I think it did. What did it hit? The scaffolding or the whatever it's called? Another 1-2 upcoming to Tara Vandewater from Courtney Donahue. Two and two. Boy, tough first batter for Courtney Donahue to have to face. Popped up. This is going to get foul again. Wow. Battle rage is on. Another 2-2. Another foul ball. Just stay out there, Reagan Wheatley. I mean, she's been going to get him. Just hang out. Lay down a picnic blanket. I don't really know what else. Wow.
Reagan.
Oh my gosh.
Tell your dad that's our ball. That came from this girl.
That hit the fence on the fly. And Reagan Wheatley is still hunting down softballs. I mean, that was, again, on the fly, hit the gate that opens to the parking lot. Another 2-2. On the ground, stopped at second. The throw from Kostler will end the battle. Hat tip to everybody, and Donahue gets the out. To bring up Brooke Watson, a hit by pitch and a strikeout looking in this game. Strike one. Good curve moving through the zone from Donahue. That went a little out. 1-1. Donahue, the Des Moines area community college transfer, spent last year at Missouri under Larissa Anderson, but back at DMAC was the D2 pitcher of the year and a first-team All-American. I think has learned a lot. You know, last summer she threw well, or I guess last summer, she threw well for the Skeeters. Maybe 2 summers ago. But this year she's brought kind of that P4 metal. Kind of knows a little bit more what you have to do to get every kind of hitter out. And she gets the swing and miss there. Donahue's first K. 2 away for Bria Urban. Urban's had a really good day, a walk and a single. Oh and 1. Urban in the air to left. And on the run, making the grab, is St. Jean. 1-2-3 for Donahue. Top of the order, due up for the squeeze as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Top of the order for the squeeze, St. Jean, Crescio, Tie ball game. Allie Bunch still working. Strike one to Lily St. Jean, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Bottom 5. 0-2 count on Lily St. Jean. Just missed. 1 and 2. I've got a full count. So does Gracie. Alrighty. Leadoff walk. And a force pitch high to Lacey St. Jean, ball 1. I think St. Jean's going to try and get something on the ground here. Move over her older sister. Wow, 3-0. Three and 1. Ball 4. So both St. Jean's draw walks. And this is the moment right here for the squeeze. Crescio is 1 for 1 with a double and a walk. She's scored once. Wouldn't be shocked if we saw her put something on the ground. Instead, she'll take it low, ball 1. New right fielder for the Sea Cows, Allie Boardwine. Vienna is switched over to left now. Fennell still in center. Just in. 2-0. Now time called. Sea Cows infield coming to have a word with Bunch, who's missing, but not by a lot. I'm Crescio. I'm attacking. She does. Out towards center and past Fennell, who gave a reach for it. St. Jean will come home, and Crescio has given the squeeze the lead. RBI single, it's 5-4. Fennell tried to get there, but could not. Lily St. Jean trucked around third. Lisi stopped at third. They're on the corners for Maddie Hubbard from Bama U, the Alabama Crimson Tide rising sophomore. Ooh, she was thinking squeeze, but it missed outside. 1-0. Maddie had a home run in game 1, her first of the summer. 435 average, 10 of 23 with 6 RBIs. That bomb, 3 doubles and 8 runs. 500 OBP. First lead for the Squeeze here today on the RBI single by Elise Crescio. Hubbard in the air to right. Boardwine will make the grab, but St. Jean is going to come in to score on the sac fly, and it's 6-4. Now the Squeeze trying to create some distance here. Set up the chance to sweep tomorrow. Kaylin Yoder, 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI single and a run in the first. Strike one. Kind of off the end of the bat. Stopped by Watson and got her. Yoder was hustling on down the line, but kind of took a weird step as she was getting to the bag. And that's why she was out. Watson taking a second after laying out to stop that. Crescio at second for Haley Dieter, who's 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs, a home run, and a double. She's seen Bunch collectively the best of the lineup so far. And she might have added more. Out to left field. That's off the fence. Crescio will score. Dieter with the RBI single. She's now a triple short of the cycle. And it's 7-4. Up comes Brooke Massengale, who's 0 for 2. Foul out and a fly out. First pitch fouled off. Now how about Haley Dieter? 3 for 3 today with 3 RBIs. That total is now 13, which leads the Squeeze. That one dipped away, 1-1. Wow, over on field 2, they've caught up. Bottom of the 5th, still 3-0. Rivermocks over the Aquanauts. Tom Canterbury over there if you want to check it out. The ACL website. A lot of things you can do on the website, including further support to the FGCL. Speaking of support, many thanks to our friends from Evo Shield, who designed all the uniforms this year. Almost all of them. Massengale, that's going to bloop down and skirt away from Watson. Dieter goes first to third. And now the Squeeze just finding spots here in the 5th. I'll bring up Mickey Kostler. Yoder is going to come out and run. I guess that's allowed. I haven't seen anybody courtesy for a catcher or pitcher with a pitcher or catcher. But yeah, sure. Yoder's running at first. Strike one to Kostler. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. 0-2. Allie Bunch had given up one earned run all summer, entering the fourth inning. But she's given up 4 to the top offense in the league in the fourth and fifth combined. It's a foul chopper. That was pitch 101 for Allie Bunch. Workhorse today. 102 is fouled off. Another foul ball. Bunch trying to limit the damage here. 3 runs still attainable for the Sea-Cow offense. Another 1-2. Kostler sends that towards the parking lot. Waited on it. Out of the box is called anyway. So the inning ends, but the Squeeze do take the lead. 3 runs in, and now the Sea-Cows will be asked to answer. Bottom of the order, due up for the Sea-Cows here in the 6th. 8, 9, 10, Rogers, Vela Mansfield, and Gabby Bonilla as changes are afoot. Starting off with Taylor Rogers, who's 0 for 2. And will foul off the first pitch. 0-2. Cordy Donahue now in line for the win. Slow roller to Hubbard at third. Good transfer for the out. So they're clear for Vela Mansfield in their first plate appearance of the ball game. 0-1. Vela looking for a new home from St. John's River State College. 1 of 14 this summer with an RBI. She has walked 3 times. That's checked foul. 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Donahue gets the K, her second. So ball 1 to Gabby Bonilla, also in the portal from South Carolina State. She's going to be in to pitch next. 1 for 11 this summer. Has drawn 6 walks. So a .412 on base percentage for Bonilla. Two and one. Dylan Suggs in at first base for the Squeeze. Now time called. Dieter has moved to the today. Called strike 2. Yep, 2-2. That's happened twice today. Why? Why? Why is it? What is going on today? Is it because it's Friday? Okay, no doubt about that one. Curveball in the outer half for a called strike 3. And it's a 1-2-3 frame for Donahue. Squeeze a look for insurance. They lead 7-4. Gabby Bonilla will take the circle for the Sea Cows. Freshman last year for South Carolina State, currently in the portal out of Dobbs Ferry, New York. Facing 9-10-1 for the Squeeze. And strike one called on Lillian Martineau. Bonilla with a 4.67 ERA, 0-2 record, 12 innings, 19 hits, 9 runs, 8 earned, 3 walks, 6 Ks. That one got away from her. 1-1 to Martineau, who's walked twice. Allie Bunch threw a lot of pitches, north of 100. 5 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, 4 earned, 5 walks, and 4 Ks. That kicked up. 2-1. As we scoreboard watch the other field, wow, bottom 5, it's now 7-0 Mocs. Threatening to run rule the Aquanauts. Top 6, actually, so we'll have to wait a half inning. Martineau looking for a third walk today. Here's the 3-1 from Bonilla. No, instead it's a base hit to left. Martineau's been on 3 times. And a leadoff single for the Squeeze here in the 6th. Up comes Dylan Suggs, who's 0 for 2 with a couple strikeouts. Kind of feel like she's waiting to really rip one. Ball 1. Got away. So 2-0, runner in scoring position, nobody out. And the powerful Suggs standing at the plate. Three and out. And ball 4. So Dylan Suggs takes the 4-pitch walk. Back-to-back base runners for the Squeeze. And back to the top of the order with Lily St. Jean. She's had a good game. She'll take strike 1. Lily, a ground out, a single, and a walk. She scored once. Squeeze looking for the dagger. Over to third. There's one. The throw to second. The throw to first is not in time. Oh my gosh, we almost had the first ever FGCL triple play. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. No. Okay, 2 out. I'm going to take a look myself, just for funsies. Or do I not want to be disappointed? I don't know. It's hard. Lacey St. Jean lays down a nice bunt. Watson went for the bare hand, and I honestly don't know if she would have had St. Jean. That's a hit. So first and second, 2 out. for Crescio. 2 for 2 with a walk. She's driven in a run, the go-ahead in the 5th, and scored twice. Now 3-0 count. Maddie Hubbard waits on deck. Four-pitch walk. So Crescio's been an on-base fiend all day. Heads to first. They're loaded for Hubbard, who came in at a sac fly in the 5th. Sea Cows are going to have the top of the order due up in the 7th. Hubbard. First pitch misses for ball 1. There's a strike, 1-1. Foul ball. 2-2. Hubbard lifts it out to center field. That's down. The St. Jeans will come in to score. And that's a 2 RBI single for Maddie Hubbard. And the separation that the Squeeze needed, 9-4. Third RBI of the day for Hubbard. Crescio stayed at second base. And up comes Kaylin Yoder, who's 1 for 3. She'll take ball 1. Two RBI single and a couple groundouts for Yoder. Now a 2-0 count and a wild pitch will move both runners. Well, the Squeeze do just that to you. Even if you think you've got them in a tough position, they find a way to just squeeze the energy from your side. The Sea Cows came out on fire. They were playing well. But the Squeeze just kept pushing. Sharply hit, backhanded at second, and a nice pick by Urban to end the inning. But 2 runs come across, 9-4, and the Sea Cows will need 5 in the top of the 7th. All right. Last chance for the Sea Cows to try and make tomorrow a rubber match. Top of the order, due up, Boardwine, Jaimez, and Jensen Bien. And up steps the Portaling Alley Boardwine with her first at-bat of the game. Checked foul, 0-1. Looking for a new home from Oklahoma Baptist. Alley, 3 of 17, 176 batting average, an RBI, 2 runs. For those who are curious, I'm just going to be honest. I am. Producer Gracie and I looked during the break. That should have been a triple play. But it wasn't. Man. I might still post it. Called strike 3. Boy, Donahue is just on it right now. One gone for Coco Jaimez. 1 for 3. She's been on 3 times and scored once. I can't believe it. Jaimez trying to generate something for the Sea Cows. But Donahue is just not giving up a darn thing. Three and 1. Looks like we got some sort of animal in the first base box as Jaimez loops it out to left. Catch made. As he goes down to their final out. Yeah, let's see what Brett Sauerwein's cooking with over there. What is that? Is that a stuffed sea cow? Maybe that'll work some magic with 2 gone for Jensen Bien. Jensen 1 for 3. Oh, ball 1. Singleton scored in the first, flew out in the second, lined out in the fourth. Two and out. We're going to the 7th on field 2. 7-0 Mocs over the Aquanauts. So if everything holds as it does right this second, the Squeeze will be your new first place team in the FGCL. Two one. Pulled the string, 2-2. Fouled away. Donahue continuing to work the outer edge and inner half with that curveball. She can throw it to both sides of the plate. Looking to finish off the Sea Cows. Foul ball. I think Monty Hubbard's all right. Laughing about it. Good battle. VN not going down without a fight. Another foul ball. VN, that'll find the grass. Really good at bat by Jensen VN. 2-out single. Sea Cows not done yet. Now Riley Fennell. Fly out, ground out, single. 1 for 3. If she reaches, Vandewater awaits. Strike 1. Nice block. One and two. That hit by VN, by the way, the first that Donahue has given up in relief. First base runner she's allowed as well. Now a strike away yet again. Popped up, Hubbard on the run, makes the diving grab. Marty Hubbard with a beautiful sliding catch. And that'll end it as the Squeeze win at 9-4 over the Sea Cows, and they'll go for the sweep tomorrow. Winning pitcher, Courtney Donahue. Losing pitcher, Allie Bunch. And the Squeeze moved to 9-2 on the summer. The Sea Cows dropped to 4-5. And as I look again, River Mocs over on field 2 are just 2 outs away from beating the Aquanauts and pushing the Squeeze into the top spot in the FGCL. What a ball game, and a great job by the Squeeze coming back after trailing early 3-0 after the top of the first. For producer Gracie, I'm Gray Robertson. We'll be back tomorrow for Game 3s here on Field 1. And we'll be starting off with this one. It'll be the Sea Cows and the Squeeze, 9:30 a.m. Hope you'll join us. For Gracie, I'm Gray. Bye, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. We'll see you tomorrow.